Welcome to another video from EarnPED.com. I'm StevieB. Hope you guys are doing great. So today I have yet another video for you guys. I want to show you guys some cool stuff. I actually just got done recording the To Catch a Predator Stevie Goes to Jail video. Yeah, I chickened out. I changed my mind. I did not go start the NWO prison chain after I ended the video. My thought process was, if I'm going to do this, it needs to be extremely fun and extremely profitable. And what I realized is, with codex rolling out, it makes no sense for me to start that chain now. Because if I start that chain now, yes, it will count toward the mission, but if I wait just a couple more weeks, once they roll out codex onto Entropia, I can essentially get all those kills to count double, because not only will they count for the actual prison chain, but they'll count for codex as well. And as you guys heard from the last video, there's an insane amount of kills involved in that prison chain. So that would be me just throwing away hundreds and hundreds of PED worth of codex rewards to start it now. So I am flying through space. Why am I flying through space? I am flying to Monria. So anytime I'm on Entropia, I like to stop by Monreal on my way back to Cali. Here's why. Look at the map. Cali is down here in the bottom left, Entropia is in the upper right, and Monria is kind of in the middle off to the left, right? So here's something interesting about Monria a lot of new players do not know. Monria is technically a moon of Calypso. In fact, whenever I very first came to space, I tried to see this little bitty yellow thing over here next to Calypso. I thought that was Monria. I spent like 4 hours trying to get there, and it's not possible. And it's just decorative. And then I realized it's up here. So it's pretty far away for being a moon, right? But here's what's interesting. There's essentially a glitch with Monria that you cannot land on the planet. Like any other planet, when you're flying through space, you actually aim at the planet, and then you'll get the little warning, hey, would you like to land on this planet? And of course, when you do, it takes 10 PEC worth of decay off the thruster, right? Well, Monria is unique. There's a glitch. You cannot actually land on the planet Monria. So what you have to do is, instead of aiming over here at Monria, that's Monria, instead of aiming at it, I aim for the space station. I want to go to the space station, because from the space station, I have to teleport down to Monria, but it's free for me to teleport. If I try and teleport from Calypso Space Station to Cali, it's going to cost me 7 PED. Not so with Monria. It's an exception to the rule in the game. Why they have never fixed this is beyond me, but they haven't. So it's kind of nice because it saves, a couple of minutes off trying to actually fly to the planet. There used to be a PvP lootable zone between Planet Calypso and the Planet Calypso space station. So it was possible to be at the space station but not be able to get to Calypso safely, even though it's a very short jump. They had about a 10 to 15 second window to take you down, and some people were damn good at it. PvP has been taken very far back in space. There's very little PvP lootable space, but there is some. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to point here at the Monria space station. I actually need to get into the space station. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to aim at this little opening, and then as I approach, I'm going to slow down. I'm actually going to back off the thrusters completely, and I'm manually just going to kind of fly into it. And as I approach it, I'm going to slow down. See that little blue fog that comes out? I'm literally just using the forward button ever so slightly, because you can run into this thing. It's kind of one of those things you just have to go really slow, because it has to essentially capture you. So I just kind of fly into it. And I'm lagging for some reason. There we go. Entering Monria Space Station. So first things first, I'm going to go from the space station. I'm going to land. I'm going to pick up my quad, and I'm actually going to teleport down onto Monria. Now there's a reason I'm doing this. I'm going to show you guys one of my favorite reasons to come to Monria, but then there's also something else I want to tell you guys about. So once I'm in the space station, I pick up my ship. Now I've got to run over here to this little cubicle thingy. The little cubicle thingy is the teleporter. Monria actually does not get as much credit as it should, guys. There is a Monria Born program where you can actually start on Monria. I don't know a lot about it. I need to get with some of the people that run it and get more information and make a video about that for you guys. So I go to the drop down, and I'm actually going to pick Monria. And then I want to pick, so this is the cave system. There's a teleporter here, 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 and here. You do not just get them automatically, you have to actually get to them. This is where all the stuff goes on, the Cthulhu towers and the pits and all that. I want to go to the main hub teleporter, which is here. So this is like the main building. Monria is exceedingly small. You've got the cave system, you've got the 2 pits, and then you've got DSEC, pretty much, which is like 3 little teleporters. 2 of them are Cthulhu towers, I think. Monria does have a very interesting history. The Monria team, it is player-owned, which is interesting. They also just recently took over Toulon, which is nice. So this is the main kind of building. You got some NPCs and stuff to check out. The reason I like to come to Monria is they have a killer daily. Now, I don't do it every single day. I should. I do not. This is one of the best dailies in my opinion because it's super easy, it's pretty cheap to do, and you get a really, really good reward that raises all of your crafting skills. So you come upstairs over here, and you gotta talk to this dude over here. He's got to load. He's not loaded yet. Come on, load, people. There's usually quite a few people here, so it does lag a little bit, guys, because of the fact that there's usually so many people doing this daily. So this guy, Toby, with this little thing over his head, I'm going to talk to him. I'm not sure why it's not letting me talk to him. There we go. No? Interesting. So I did this about a week ago, but I haven't been back. So usually if you talk to Toby, he will give you a mission that he wants you to craft 500 successful items, and then he will give you a reward in the form of engineering. So usually, which is what I was going to show you guys today, once I do that, that's what all these people are doing. You come over here, you get with the TT, and all you got to do is, once you get with the TT, you go to miscellaneous nanocubes, stock up on nanocubes, come over here to local crafter, pick your explosive projectiles 1, and hit construct, keep it all the way on quantity, and I usually set it to about 1,000 to 1,200 clicks because it's 500 successes. And yeah, you're going to have some fails and you're going to get some residue and stuff, but remember that the explosive projectiles themselves, they are non-lootable. They cannot be taken from you in lootable PvP. So even if you have to TT your metal residue, if you don't want to put it in storage, you can actually take the explosive projectiles back to Cali. Now you're not going to have a ton. You're not probably going to have enough to make it worth selling on auction, but if you do this daily several times in a row, you very potentially could stack them up, and it's completely safe to take them through space to Cali. Oh, there we go. He turned yellow. There we are. It was a lag. So, can't get enough. I see if you bring me 500 more, you will get another reward. Will do. Okay, so I need 500 successful craft attempts. So I go to my local trader. I get my nanocubes. And let's just go with, you know, an insane amount of nanocubes. And let's go over here to Crafter, EP1, and I'm going to go with about 1,000 attempts. And while I'm shooting this video, you guys will get an idea for how many attempts it takes. Notice I keep it all the way on quantity. Notice it is also a quality rating 100 blueprint, so it is maxed. And of course my skills are maxed. And we're just going to start going. So one of the reasons I like this is one of those dailies that you can do when you're doing something else. You can set it up, you can set it running, and you can go take a shower, you can run to the gas station, you can go eat dinner, spend some time with the family, and just come back and check on it, you know, 30 minutes later. Because of the fact that you cannot speed up the crafting process, you will get a good feel for how long it's going to take. Now, even me with skills that are exceedingly high, that are way higher than needed for this blueprint, having the blueprint maxed. Even with that, crafting being crafting, you're going to have some successes, you're going to have some near successes, and you're going to have some amount of failures. It just happens. As you can see, I'm running just almost even successes for near successes, and then bam, there's a fail. So no matter how high you get, you could be a level 9 bajillion crafter, and you're not going to have any more successes than you do once the blueprint is maxed and once your skills are maxed. That's just the nature of how crafting is set up in Entropia. You will have some amount of failures, you will have some amount of near successes. So we need 500 successful crafting attempts in order to complete this mission. That is why EP1 makes it so easy. I don't have to bring a lot of materials from another planet. I can just stock up on nanocubes. I don't have to try and make some horrendously high TT item. It can be anything. Now, if I had been hunting on Monria, and I had, let's say, a lot of eye oil and musk oil saved up, I may do some simple 1 conductors. I might do some simple 1 plastic springs. But if I don't have any of that, or if I don't want to use my materials for that purpose, I can always pull out EP1 and just use some nanocubes. Probably one of the best, if not the best, use of EP1 in-game. Now the cool thing is, this daily gives you like 75 PEC TT of engineering skill. And I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but keep in mind that 10 PED TT of a skill is 0 points to like almost 2,000 points. So literally, if you did this like 15 days in a row, if this was all you did in EU, you would go from 0 points of engineering to like 2,000. That's insane. Now, obviously, the higher you get, the less it helps, because skills are not linear. So even though you're getting 75 PEC TT of skills each and every time, you will see that diminished returns. It will go from, oh my god, 75 PEC was, 150 points, to the next time it's going to be, 100 points. Next time it's 50 points. It's an algorithmic function, right? So that being said, if you're already a level 9 bajillion crafter, do you need to do this? Probably not. But if you are new to crafting, or if you're trying to get those crafting skills up, this is a super, super helpful daily. Now, let me give you guys the tip that not everybody will give you, because I'm sure a lot of you have already heard of this daily before. Let me explain the most cost-effective way to make this work. So, as you guys know, I'm a huge fan of skilling VSE on motherships. What I would do is, once I got on the Cronin crew, I could be on Cali, and Granny will actually summon you to the ship. So I don't actually have to fly up into space. I do not have to burn a thruster. I don't have to do any of that. I just stay on Cali, and whenever she comes around to pick people up, she just beams me up, right? Okay, so bam. No thruster decay, no oil, no wear and tear on the quad, nothing. I just want to be sure I don't have lootables on me when I get beamed up, right? So I would get beamed up. I made sure I had a quad, a thruster, and oil, a thruster and oil, so I could get back to Cali. But once I'm on the ship, all I need is my repair tools and my welding wire. Usually I bring them with me. Occasionally I'll buy some from Granny, because let's face it, she lets us skill on the Cronin for free, so we might as well, make it worth her while too sometimes, right? So if I'm a little short on welding wire, if I'm a little bit short on repair tools, I'll always buy some from Granny. No harm, no foul there. Love Granny. So the thing is, I'll skill on the Cronin for 4, 5, 6 days at a time. But eventually I either get bored, or I need to go back to Cali and take care of some stuff there, whatever. So the thing is, I don't just wait till the ship's back at Cali and hop off and go, oh, okay, thank you, and head to Cali. What I'll do is, whenever she gets to Cali and I'm going to get off, I will get in my quad, I'll fly out of the Cronin, but instead of going straight to Calypso and landing, I turn and I come to Monria. The reason I do that is, remember, when I come to Monria, I don't have to burn that thruster to land. I can just teleport down from the space station. In fact, I have to teleport down from the space station due to that glitch, right? So after I leave the Cronin, I fly here. It takes, just the smallest amount of oil. It's not that far of a flight. I don't have lootables on me anyway. And I do this daily. Once I'm done with this daily, I get my 75 PEC engineering reward. Now, I've just been skilling VSE for days on end. So engineering's growing, blueprint comprehension is growing. All those things are growing while I'm doing that. But this 75 PEC of engineering, it's just a little icing on the cake, right? Then, once I'm done with this daily, that's when I fly back to Calypso. That's whenever I land. So think about all that. I'm leaving Calypso, going onto the Cronin, repairing on the Cronin, leaving the Cronin, coming to Monria, doing the engineering daily, leaving Monria, going back to Calypso, and I only burned the thruster one time. The only time I burn that thruster is when I land on Calypso. It takes that 10 PEC. And that is the reason a thruster will last me an ungodly amount of time. There are some people who hop from planet to planet to planet to planet to planet to planet to planet every day and burn through, half a dozen thrusters a week. If I'm skilling VSE, and that's like my main goal, I might go through one thruster every 2-3 months, if that, because I'm literally only burning it that one time when I land. Well, I might only land one time a week, right? So, I mean, it's a very, very, very cost-effective way to do it. And not only that, they've got this great mission here. You might not normally be on Monria, but if you've got the excuse of, hey, I'm getting off the Cronin, do I want to go ahead and land on Cali, or do I want to stop by Monria and do it? It's right there. It's not that far of a flight. You might as well, right? So that is the cycle that I used most of my career in order to skill VSE. Once I was done on the Cronin, I would just come here, do this daily, and that would be that, and then I'd go back to Cali. So, guys, I'm not going to make you sit here and watch me do 500 crafting attempts successfully. But what I want you guys to see is the number of attempts I've done versus the number of successes I've had. Remember, my skills are maxed. My quality rating on my blueprint is maxed. So we're almost at 100 attempts. 96. And if we look over here, we see how many successes we've had. So 2 more to get to 100. So out of 100 attempts, we have 43 successes. So notice out of 100 attempts, with skills max, blueprint maxed, out of 100 attempts, I had 43 successes. I had a lot of near successes, and then I had a couple of fails in there, right? And that is crafting in a nutshell. Now do you guys see why it is such an ungodly money pit? Max skills, max blueprint quality rating, and the best I could do was 43 out of 100. It is a money pit to craft. So that will also give you guys an idea. If you really want to do this mission and just set it and forget it, if you have the max QR1 blueprint for EP1 and max skills for EP1, then you can set it to roughly 1100 to 1200 attempts, and literally just go take a shower, watch a movie, whatever, come back an hour or two later. I think you can do like 800 attempts an hour, something like that, and the mission will be done or close to it. If you guys want to undershoot it, just set it to 1,000 attempts, because in 1,000 attempts you're not going to hit 500 successes. It's just not going to happen. Go do whatever and then come back and then just finish up the last couple attempts. That way you're not overshooting it. That way you don't end up with 550 successes because you overshot it. Now, doing this mission, it will cost you a few PED. I think on average it tends to run somewhere between like 4 to 7 PED that you end up losing in order to do this mission, because like I said, the explosive projectiles, you just don't end up with a ton, and even if you could take them back to Cali, the markup on them is so low. By the time you auction them off, chances are the fee's eating more than you're making for the auction. And then if you TT the metal residue so you don't take a chance on it getting looted, more or less you're going to lose 4 to 8 PED, assuming your skills are maxed, assuming the quality rating is maxed on the blueprint, just to get this mission done. So you're essentially trading, let's call it 8. Let's call it 8 PED in cash. So you're trading 80 cents in cash for 75 PEC worth of engineering skills. But engineering skills are extremely valuable. They help grow your crafting skills through the roof. All your crafting professions will go up as that engineering increases. And on top of that, they also have good demand and good markup because they affect all your crafting professions. So it's a great investment you can make long term in your avatar, in your skills. I really hate to make this video because I do not want everybody going out there skilling VSE, unlocking blueprint comprehension, skilling it, getting a lot of engineering, and just go crafting crazy. Crafting is a great way to lose your entire bankroll. Crafting requires a lot of knowledge, a lot of patience, a lot of all of the above, and even then, it's still a huge risk. Honestly, guys, there's the crafting bug. There's times where I'm just itching to craft something, and it's a very expensive proposition. That is why I try not to craft anything I cannot use. I try not to craft anything I cannot sell. I try not to craft anything that I don't have a point to crafting, right? And it's tempting to just go in there and take whatever you've got and just start crafting away at simple one conductors. Do you have a reason for simple one conductors? Are you going to try and sell them off? If so, cool. If not, do you have a reason to have them? Is there any specific reason you're doing a specific thing? If not, maybe you should think about it a second time. Again, plan your gameplay. If you will plan what you're going to do, know what your goal is. What is my goal? Is it to get blazer fragments and chase markup loot? Is it to craft and make end products I can sell to other people? Or is it to just willy-nilly do something and lose money? If you guys know what your goal is, cool. If not, maybe take a step back. But if you're looking for a good daily that will build your avatar skills and add value to your account, because engineering skills do have value, then this is a great one to do. Maybe not fly to Monria every day just to do it, but if you find that there's a loop that you're in, like the one that I had with Cronin, where I'll go to Cronin, skill, get off after skilling VSE by repairing the mothership, and come here and then fly back to Cali, incorporate it into your gameplay. And if you do that, it will add value to that account over time. So guys, there's some other great reasons to be on Monria. There's some that I will be covering in a coming video. One that I probably should have made a while back, but I haven't. And part of the reason I haven't is it's not necessarily new player friendly. It's not even old player friendly. There's a very specific mission on Monria I will show you guys that some players have been trying to complete for years, myself included. Most people get lucky and get the first 3 parts really easy and have to hunt for the 4th. I have gotten very unlucky and haven't gotten any of the freaking parts yet. But we'll cover that in another video to come. So guys, this has been the Engineering Daily on Monria. It's a good one to do. One of the best values in the game. And if you haven't done any crafting and are just dying to throw away 5 or 6 or 7 PED on crafting, you might as well do it here. Better to do it here and throw the money away and get skills out of it that make up for that, than to throw it away somewhere else and not get any skills out of it at all, right? Also, this works really well now that they have changed crafting around a little bit. This mission used to be a nightmare before they changed crafting because you had so many fails because a near success was counted as a fail. Once they changed that, EP1 was unique because near success is a fraction of a PEC. Notice right there, 0.0037. That would have been a fail 6 months ago. 0.0095, that would have been a fail 6 months ago. So this really used to be a nightmare. Now you at least get some of that back as shrapnel. So it operates much more like a regular blueprint would. So if you did this 6 months ago, it's even better now. If you didn't do it 6 months ago, thank your lucky stars, and just be happy that it's even cheaper to do these days. So guys, from EarnPED.com, I've been StevieB, and this has been the super awesome way to do the Engineering Daily on Monria and get that 75 PEC of engineering skills. Like I said, guys, if you can find a cycle you're in that helps you come by here without all the thruster burn and taking time away from the rest of the game, all the better, right? So guys, I will be back with more content for you very soon. Until next time, smack, smack, sip, sip, F the haters, and we will see you guys with another video with the quickness. Take care, Stevies.